Tim, it is absolute mayhem out here right now. Literally 30 seconds before I got onto this camera, there was officers advancing forward. Tear gas was coming out.
Hazardous conditions. I've never seen the air quality this bad in my life.
You saw a huge plume of smoke, and they've got tons of agencies out here working, just trying to get it under control. There's still flames going on, still drops from aircrafts going on, and we know there's 40+ acres in size. This is the kind of inconvenience that's been happening all across the region. Trees are down because of those strong winds. I just got back from Pullman not too long ago. I'm gonna try to move over just a little bit and wanted to check out some of these roads to see if they were going to be freezing up or whether they would be melting. So of course, rumors have begun circulating about what they'll do with the games amid this coronavirus outbreak. So when I first got out here, I was on the opposite side going westbound, and cars were just beginning to sneak forward out of that jam. But what's really surprising is how much snow is on the ground out here in this area compared to other parts of Spokane. On the drive out to Davenport, I saw several fires burning that they were trying to contain, and I'm gonna shift just a little bit. Right now, we're still at the courthouse. A majority of this crowd has begun to disperse, but there's still a few people hanging around. The Vista Stadium just seems like, to me, the spot to be. She's out here. You're excited, right? Are you excited for the fireworks tonight?
Oh, I always am. See, got my fireworks shirt on.
She's taking the cage tonight along with her daughter. She's trained her up, and they're ready for the moment. We're going back here on Monday night. There's no way I could be anywhere else after a game like that. Tom, Whitney, I'll toss it back to you. John's coming. There goes it! Let's go! This property has been here for more than 100 years, and the person who owns it told me they've never seen anything like this before. The sounds are something they've never heard before. Just yards away, fire burning the entire hillside.
Look, it's gotten clear over there.
All Darlene Caldwell can do is watch and hope for the best.
And it could have been stopped, but there's no helicopters. There's no anything.
Everywhere she looks, there's ash falling from the sky and smoke is filling the air. Her own backyard has become a rapid inferno, destroying ecosystems and everything in its way.
The neighbor up the road had a beautiful log home, and it's gone. Their log home, their barn on the other canyon from here, it wiped it totally out. They can't find their horses. Their cows are here at my place.
For hours, Darlene and her family were left wondering if their home would be next. She's already seen her cousin's property destroyed because of this fire. Her 99-year-old father had to evacuate his property before that was engulfed with flames. Darlene lives about 10 minutes up the road, but as you can see, this spot right here is a problem because it says the road is closed. So when firefighters first pulled up, they actually turned back around.
So if they could have got here and got to my cousin's house and my cousin's farm and my dad's buildings and the neighbors, they would have had their stuff, but now they don't.
During some of the most frightening moments of her life, help finally arrived. Fire crews from Benton County and Pasco came to assist and keep a line around her home. Now she's just hoping the damage doesn't continue to spread. On top of the fire, the field she uses to feed her cattle may be severely impacted.
It should have been stopped way over there, and it would have been if you'd have had fire trucks out there and you'd have had, like we used to have. And I know they're busy. I know there's so many fires and all these things are happening and other people are losing things too. But as you see, well, I hope I have that in the morning, you know? So, but it's just sad.
From Bridgeport, Brandon T. Jones, KREM 2 News.
Say his name!
The March for George Floyd in Spokane was the largest protest the city has seen in decades. The march is now headed towards the courthouse. I'm spinning around, show you, look all behind me. The bridge is filled up with people. There's thousands and thousands of people out here marching right now. Numbers from the last U.S. Census show that African Americans make up less than 3% of the population in Spokane, with whites being the majority at nearly 90%. In order for the turnout to be so monumental, there had to be multiple demographics that showed up to support.
We've collaborated with city leaders, organizations to really keep that message and stay true to what that message really is, and not let that message be hijacked, if you will, by extremist groups or people with their own agenda.
Occupy Spokane is one of the main organizers for last week's protest, and they're hoping to duplicate those same results tomorrow. This time, marching for Breonna Taylor, a black woman who was shot and killed by police in her Louisville home on March 13th. Outrage from the George Floyd case has shined a spotlight on this situation, and the FBI is now looking into the shooting. In terms of distance, these particular situations are far from Spokane, but for people like Natasha Hill, who grew up here in a biracial family, she says this movement is a change that's needed across the nation.
And we have to rebuild our systems to get rid of the racial bias that exists. It's there, and if you're denying it, you are perpetuating it.
Now, as the world watches what's unfolding in the United States through a magnifying glass, local activists say this is their moment to entice real change. For so long, racial tension has divided the country. These uncomfortable moments are a chance to break through the ice and have real conversations.
One of our great leaders in America said, power concedes nothing without demand. So the demand must be a constant application of pressure on the psyche and consciousness of the country.
As they continue to protest peacefully, they're aware some people may try to hinder progress through riots. This, however, isn't what they believe in. Instead, they promote peace through dialogue.
It was a beautiful thing. It was something that I didn't think Spokane would ever do, but y'all did that, and we need more of that. Keep coming. Just don't stop today. We're going to keep it going.
The local NAACP chapter said there's been conversations with local leaders and that so far they've been understanding. The goal now is to advance those talks into action that treats everyone equal.
But it's all of us. It's our allies across the system. It's our Caucasian allies. It's all of our communities of color. And we're coming together with a common voice and a common mission to have sustained, meaningful, immediate change.
Right now, the protest is set to begin at 2 p.m. downtown. From Spokane, Brandon Jones, KRIM 2 News.